Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandeep, and I'm the co-founder of CodeTigers. Welcome to another episode of the CodeTigers live show. And as you all know, for the last few weeks, we've started a new series called Python for Kids, in which we try a different Python activity with a young coder every week. We had Achit on the show, and we did an activity where he tried to show us where how you could use the GUI Zero application to make your Python programs more interesting. And we got lovely reviews, and the feedback was people wanted to know more about GUI Zero, and they wanted us to try out some more activities using that. So today we're going to be trying to do something similar. We're going to be making use of the GUI Zero library in Python. And we have a young coder with us today. His name is Joy. I'm going to quickly bring him on the stage. The GUI Zero application, for all of you guys who would know, is something in which you can make your Python programs very interactive and easier to use. So it allows you to make your programs very visual, and it's something that we will be using today to make a very simple looking poster which our young coder Joy has planned for us. So let me quickly bring him on the screen. Good morning, Joy. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good. Good to see you. So you're
Thank you.
all ready and set to start?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. So, Joy, before we do that, before we kind of start with the whole show, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Which class are you in? Which school are you in?
Sir, I study in class 8 and I'm currently in Maxfort School, Dwarka, New Delhi, which is in Sector 7. Uh,
Okay. And Joy, you've been studying coding for how long?
Sir, 2 years.
For around 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So, tell us a little bit about your journey as a coder. How did you start, and what are some of the other things that you've learned?
Sir, firstly, I had started with basic Scratch. Then, from the beginning, I learned MIT app, and now I'm currently learning Python.
Hmm.
Uh, I have not completed Python. We are learning Python at the basic languages. So
Hmm.
today I will teach you how to make an wanted poster
Okay.
in Python.
Sounds interesting. So you started your journey with Scratch, which is
Yes,
something most people know about, and then you also tried your hands at MIT App Inventor, using which
yes,
we can make very interesting apps. And now you're learning Python. So you've moved from one platform to another, and you've transitioned from block-based languages where you simply used to drag and drop blocks across the
yes,
screen, and now you're learning a text-based language, Python. Is that correct?
yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, which one of these three is your most favorite platform to work with,
So Python only because it
and
is
what?
very interesting.
Because
Because
it's very
when we are
interesting.
yes, sir. Because when we are writing it, we came to know with new features of it and new words, and through it we can develop many apps also.
Wonderful. Cool. So you said you're going to teach us. We're going to be trying to make a poster in Python today with you,
Yes, yes, sir.
right? So
Yes,
the project that you've made planned for today, it's called a wanted poster.
yes, sir.
Okay, so is it going to be something similar to a normal poster which we see? When I think of a wanted poster, I think of a poster which has somebody mentioning some reward,
Yes, sir.
and there's an image of some person who's the person that we're looking to find out, and there's a handsome reward. So we're
Yes,
going to
sir.
be looking to create something like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, looking forward to it. So why don't we start then? Let's start with. Are you ready to start?
Yes.
Cool. So maybe we can start with you sharing your screen. All right. So I've added the Python. Okay. So Joy, tell us a little bit about this code editor. I know Python has a lot of different code editors, and
Yes.
you're using a code editor also. Which code editor? What is the name of this code editor?
Sir, this code editor name is Thorny, and this is also based on Python only. But this is more easier than Python because it has assistant which can help us doing if we have any error. So and
Uh-huh.
basic, it has more basic programs in it
Okay.
than
Okay.
Python.
So for all the people who are watching, the name of this code editor or the link for this code editor is mentioned on your screen. Uh, so you can go to this particular website and you can download this code editor depending on which version of which operating system you're using. There are different versions for Mac, for Windows, and there's one for Raspberry Pi as well. So you can download your respective code editor. It's a very simple code editor to use and really cool for beginners. And it has a very interesting feature which Joy just mentioned about called an assistant, which actually looks at your program as you run it and it identifies the problems. It has a very cool debugger which helps you identify where there may be a problem, and it actually points out the exact place in your program where there may be an error. So it's something that you could try and use for making a start with Python. All right, Joy. So can you probably increase your screen size by clicking Control plus? Just increase your font size.
Is it fine?
Yes, take it to as big a screen size as possible, the largest screen size, so that we can.
Uh, okay, sir.
Yeah, I think you'll go to the view option, and there you'll see the.
Sir, this is this max or
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I think that's readable, and we'll anyways increase. Cool. So the first thing that we want to do is, Joy, we want to install the GUI Zero library in our Thorny program. Is that correct?
yes, yes, sir. First,
Okay. So in order to do that, once we have this code editor open, you can click on the Tools menu, the option on the top, the second last option called Tools, and then the first option there called Manage Packages. And when you click there, you should see a pop-up appear and there's a search bar. Now in this search bar, you'll type the word GUI Zero, GUI Zero. So GUI Zero, this is the word that you're going to be typing in this search bar. And when you click on get to this, you'll get an option to install this. So you'll click on install. And after a moment or two, it should be able to install the GUI Zero library. So is it installed for you, Joy?
yes,
Is it installed or is it installing?
sir. It is installing.
It's installing. Okay. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, sure, sir. Sir, done.
Done. Excellent. So you can close this. Now GUI Zero is GUI is a short form of graphical user interface and something which we can use to make very interactive programs in Python. One of which we are going to be trying to do today. And this is a very simple application that we're going to be making, which would result out into something like a wanted poster. It will help us make a poster. So, Joy, what is the first thing that we want to do?
Sir, the first thing is you should save it so that it could
Okay.
never get error.
So
dot.
we'll save our program that we're creating.
So
So we'll go to file.
I will click on file. Want to save this
Yeah.
and any folder you want to save it and add a name of it.
Okay.
Now click on save. So as you can see here, it is saved.
Perfect.
So
So now that the
first
program
thing
is
now
saved,
we should want to do is
sure.
write from yes sir. So we will write from GUI zero
Yeah.
import app A in uppercase and then
Okay.
click enter 2 times.
Okay. So what you've just
This
done is
basically
you.
means that from GUI zero.
Yeah.
Yes, yes sir.
Yeah. Now go ahead. Go ahead.
So sir,
I was just trying
this
to say
basically
that this
means
basic.
that
Yeah.
yeah. So I was trying to say that we have written from GUI zero import app. So GUI zero is a basic programming language which has many features in it. So now we are importing an app from it. So that's why we have written our first line from GUI zero import app.
Yeah. So Joy, just to clarify, Python is the programming language that we're using, and GUI Zero is one of the libraries or a module of Python. Python has many different modules. We're going to be using this module or this library, and inside that library, app is one of the objects that we're going to be using. So
Yes
that
sir.
is the exact purpose of this first line of code that you've written from GUI Zero import app. So you're telling your Python program to go look for this GUI Zero application. Go look for this GUI Zero library, and from there get this object called app.
App.
And
Yes sir.
the viewers have to make sure that the spelling is correct. The uppercase for app, the spelling for app should start with the capital A and then PP at the end. This is very important. Now this app object is imported into our program. We can make use of it. All right, Joy.
Sir, so next we have, as we have imported our app, so we should
Mhm.
define it. So the third line defines the app, which is app is equal to A in uppercase and rest in small case, bracket,
Mhm.
quotation marks, and anything you want to name the app. Like I want to name the app as wanted poster.
This would be the title of the app.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So
So
you've given the app a name, which is app in lowercase, and then you've specified that the app is going to be using the app object, which you just imported, and then you've given it a title, wanted poster.
yes.
Okay, how do we display this app now?
Sir, so if we have written till third line app is equal to we have named it. So to display the app we have to write app dot display and then
Mm-hmm.
brackets and then if you will check or hit on run, so you will
Okay.
get something like this, which is which a pop-up appears on your screen and it
Yeah.
says wanted poster.
Yeah. So this looks like a app screen, a small app widget, which has this title that we just created. So this is like the basic app shell in which we will now create whatever we would want to. Perfect, Joy. Now, what's the next thing?
So, sir, like you all have seen that the app is looking very basic. So, to change it color, we will add a line called app.bg. BG specifies the background color of the app. So, BG you can write is equal to then bracket. If I want to write like yellow, so I will write yellow in small case
Yeah.
and then if I will hit in F5 or run it, then as you all can see the background color has been changed or you
Mhm.
can simply uh, go on a website and then click on a new tab, and then you can search for htmlcolorcode.com. And if you will hit enter, so there are many colors, like if rainbow colors, if you want to choose, like I want to choose this.
Mm-hmm.
So there are basically two options to choose the colors, which is hex 1 and RGB code. So if I will copy
Mm-hmm.
the hex 1 and then replace it with yellow, then I will get something similar to this.
Perfect.
Or else we can also use the RGB code.
Okay.
But before using the RGB code, we have to remember that to replace the quotation marks and keep only brackets. So as you can see, if I will hit enter, it will pop up, and the same thing is there.
Awesome. The same result, but
Yes,
many
sir.
different ways of getting it.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So you've just shown us three different ways in which we can change the background color to the of the
Yes, sir.
app. So cool. Okay, so the app is starting to look interesting. I have a background color. What is the background color that you had in mind? Is this the background color that you'd want, or is there a different color that you had in mind?
Sir, I wanted this only.
Okay, excellent. Then let's move on.
So now to add text into our app, which is very common, like if we want to write text is equal to wanted, so we will in first line we will add text widget. So we are telling GUI Zero to use text, and now as we have defined in number 3 app, so we will also define text.
Yeah. So now we are asking the
Under the
program.
message,
We're asking Python to also go get this text object from the GUI Zero library so that we can use it in the program.
yes. So we will write message is equal to text T in uppercase as we are defining it, and then
Mm-hmm.
bracket, and where we want to define it, we want to define it as app. So this,
Mm-hmm.
and anything like anything you want to add in your app, like you want to write wanted Spider-Man,
Okay.
then close it, and if you will hit run, it will show something similar to this wanted Spider-Man, but its font size is very low.
Yeah,
So
I can
if
see
I
the
want,
text appearing.
yes, sir, but its font
Yeah.
size is low. So if I want to
Mm-hmm.
increase, I will simply write message message dot text underscore size equal
Mm-hmm.
to I think so 50 is the best option for the writing.
Yeah, let's
So
try with 50, and if it's too big, we can reduce it or we can also increase it.
in pop-up will appear, but when we increase the pop-up it will look fine, so I think so I will keep it 50.
Okay.
So now if you can see here, the text is very
Mm-hmm.
common. So if I want to change the text font, so I will write message dot font under is equal to now, like I want to write Times New Roman. So if I will hit enter, it will show something like this. Now if you can see, the
Wow,
font
that's
size
so
and
cool.
has, and
So,
now
what
when
are
you
some
will
of the
hit,
fonts, Joy, that we can use in this?
sir, it depends, basically it depends upon your computer which font and do it have or not. So like I have written Times New Roman, there are many
Mm-hmm.
other font, so you can check if they work on your computer or not.
Okay. Can we try with maybe another font and see if that works? Can you try maybe Impact, IMPACT? So all I have to do is I just need to change write the name of the font inside these quotation marks, right?
Yes, sir. You're right.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it did work.
As you can, yes, sir.
Yeah, this does make an impact.
Yes,
Okay, so you've shown us how to change the background color. You've shown us how to change the font size of the text and also the font, also the actual font as well on this particular. So what is the text that you would want? Is this the text that you wanted in your poster? Wanted Spider-Man?
no, sir. I want to add an image also. So, in the
Okay.
first line, we will write picture. So now again we have to define the picture, or else we can simply write like I want to import a Spider-Man picture. So I will write Spider-Man is equal to picture P in uppercase. Now we
Okay.
will define if we want to add it. Like if I want to add it in app,
Yeah.
now define the image. So like I have saved the image as man.png. So
Mhm.
PNG is the most common way used in Thorny.
So this image has to be saved in a specific place, specific location, or can it be anywhere on your computer?
Sir, it should be saved in a specific location also, or it can be anywhere. But you should, if it is anywhere, you should define the proper location of the file.
Okay.
Like, yes, sir.
But for the sake of simplicity, what we can do is we can possibly save, it is advisable to save the image and the Python file that you're creating in the same folder, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
So
So you have added, sorry, go ahead.
if I will hit run, so as you can see here, has come wanted Spider-Man and a picture
Wow.
of Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man seems to be in a dilemma. He's thinking what to do.
Yes, sir.
Seems a little confused.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Joy, is there a message that we can also now put at the bottom of this image?
Yes, sir, but you need to define that the okay, that thing you want where you want to place it,
Okay.
or
So
if
can we try?
yes, sir, yes, sir, is equal to uh, mm, like I want to write reward.
Yeah, but first you'll have to name the text object. You'll have to use the text object and
Yes, sir. Text, and
yeah,
before that you have to use app also,
app. Perfect.
and then reward dollar $1,000. So
No, this Spider-Man is not costly.
yes, sir.
From a superhero price point.
Yes, sir, this is not. So if we will hit on run, it will show something like this. Underneath it has the thing. So if we want to change its size or color, we will do the same thing we have written below it. And
Yeah.
we will simply copy paste till impact,
Uh-huh.
and then enter and
And you'll
paste
paste
it.
these two lines under it.
Yes, sir. And if you can see, we'll hit run.
Yeah.
So it will show something like this.
Wanted Spider-Man reward $1,000. That's so cool and so simple to make.
Yes.
So, are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what if I want to add a text under the image? Can you run the program again?
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, now can you increase it? Can you make it full screen? Perfect. So now if you see Joy, there are two sets of messages, one on the top and right, one on under this, and then there's the image. What if I want to add a line under the Spider-Man image? What can I do there? And what can I do to
Sir,
get that?
simply copy paste it and write it below Spider-Man. And you can remove that. And yes, sir.
Perfect. So it's that simple. So basically, the code runs from top to down. So first, the program is reading the first line of message, then the image. So as it executes the code one by one, first it prints this top message which says "Wanted Spider-Man." Then it prints out the image, and then it prints out the reward $1,000 line. That's exactly what has happened, Joy.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now tell me, what are some of the other ways that there are a lot of kids who will be looking to make their own posters? What are these some of the other things that they can try and do to make their own posters more interactive, more uh, appealing?
Sir, they should, if they have not added background color, they should add an effective background color to
Mm-hmm.
so that if anyone enters their app, it
Mm-hmm.
should look very attractive. So it could be very interesting the app. And after
Mm-hmm.
the the font also matters very much. Like impact is not the font I wanted. I wanted to add Times New Roman
Okay.
because according to me it is very good, and
Okay.
people
Why don't
started.
you do that then? Why don't you do that?
Yes, uh, and you should not keep simply keep adding the Times New Roman. You can like in first. I would like to have impact because it is the to appear on bold and reward to be attractive.
Okay.
So as you can hit run, it will show something like this.
Hmm.
Wanted Spider-Man
Interesting.
I have kept in impact because it should be visible to everyone and
Yeah.
is so it is attractive.
Yeah. And Joy, if you could show us the app screen again.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Now, what is also important, Joy, I really like this that you've used very contrasting colors. Like, for example, the background is very light, it's a light shade, and then the text is a darker color,
Yes, sir.
right? So,
Yes, sir.
these are important things that everyone should keep in mind because there's no point having a background and text which are similar in colors or they should be contrasting so that they can stand out, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of files you mentioned? You mentioned that you can you know add a PNG image. It is advisable to add a PNG image. Is there any other file format that you can use apart from PNG?
Sir, no, but according to me, PNG is the best because from CoE Zero also it is very easier to find.
Okay. So there is a question from someone who says that please show us how to change the size of the image. So the image size is basically something that you can you can find different sizes of images because it is always advisable to find a big high definition image so that that image does not pixelate. But because what happens sometimes if you have an image which is really small And if it just uh, the image is not high definition, and if you try to increase the size of that image, then it just does not look nice. So to start with, you should look for a high definition image, which is really good clarity, and then you can play around with it. You can use that image. So that is one suggestion that you can do. Apart from that, Joy, I think in addition to a PNG image, you can also use a GIF in making
Yes,
use.
yes,
Yeah, cool.
yes.
Yeah. So, anything else that you have anything else that you'd like to suggest to the people, to the kids who are watching this, so that they can make a poster and create something on their own?
Sir, I wanted to suggest them that spellings matters a lot. So
Yeah.
happened to me also. Like if I will write a long script and I'm not monitoring it and just keeping it simply writing. So
Mm-hmm.
it show an error. Due to that error, I have to restart my whole code. So
Yeah.
spellings matter a lot.
Yes, that's very important point mentioned by Joy that because this is a text-based language, Python is a text-based language, not a block-based language. It has a specific syntax, although Python syntax is very easy to learn because most of it is very similar to English language, but you still have to follow a certain syntax. For example, if you want to put a bracket somewhere, then you have to put that bracket. You cannot have just one end of the bracket and not have the other end. If you have to put a quotation mark, like for example, Joy is using quotation marks to specify the color, he's using quotation marks to specify the font, and even the text. Uh, so those quotation marks are important. So those are some of the mistakes that you would want to avoid. And if there is a double quote to start with, there has to be a double quote to end as well. So you have to make sure that you follow the correct syntax. Syntax is really critical because if you make one error, like for example, Joy, maybe we can show them how to make an error intentionally, and I think people will realize maybe you can remove one of the brackets or maybe one of the quotation marks and see what happens.
So like in line 5, app.bg color, as I told you, if firstly there were quotation marks, so
Mm-hmm.
I had advised you not to use them because it will give error. So if we will
Mm-hmm.
run it will give something like error. It will not display. It will only the app will come and it
Mm-hmm.
will display something like this: configure yourself and other things. So
Yeah.
that's why we should be very careful in using both them.
Yeah. So there are simple errors which most of the people, most of the students who start learning Python, they make, and they just keep figuring out why they may be making that error. So you just don't want to make sure, you just want to make sure that you don't keep doing those errors again and again. Anything else that you'd want to point out, Joy?
So not at all.
Not at this moment. I think there's
Yes,
a question where somebody is asking, can you show us how to change the color of the text?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So maybe you can show us to by changing the color of one of the text or both of them if you want.
So, sir, we have to simply write message dot
Mm-hmm.
color is equal to bracket. Like
Yeah.
if I wanted to write yellow
Yeah.
and then hit run, it will not show. I think so because I have not written this message dot color. So before color, we have to write text
Mhm.
underscore color,
Yeah, just make sure the spelling of color is correct.
color,
And it should be COLOR, the American spelling.
and like I want to write yellow.
Do you really need the brackets?
Not so. If we have added quotation marks, they are not necessary.
Yeah,
So as you all can see,
perfect. Yeah, but the only thing is now the colors, the color yellow and the color cyan are sort of
yeah,
mixing into each other. They're not contrasting each other. So you might want to change this to maybe some darker color. Instead of
sir,
yellow, you could choose a blue color or something else.
yes, sir. Like I have no color in my mind, so I would
Yeah,
like to choose from here.
yeah.
So I will choose line.
Okay.
So this is the hex code for line.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will simply paste it here, and if I'll hit enter, it has changed.
Yeah,
But
but this
if
is
I
this is again not visible. The reward is not visible clearly. So you might want to change that either the background color or the color of the second text.
Sir, according to me, black is the best color because
I'm talking about the second text, the one which says reward $1,000.
so sir, I think so. Red, then
Yeah, let's try red.
so red and then we can see. Now it will so sir.
Awesome. Looks much, much better. Cool. All right. So that looks like a very nice poster. And just like Joy mentioned, you can always play around with the properties of this poster. You can add different images. We would love you to try different images, different ways in which you could add text. You can play around with the text. You can add more text if you want. Not too many, not too less. Just make your posters more interesting. And we'll be happy to take a look at your posters. We'd be happy to have you share your posters with us. Uh, and you can definitely reach out to us. These are some of the ways in which you could do that. So you have a website address there at the bottom of your screen, and that's a Facebook page to which we are streaming right now. That's our Twitter handle where we are again going live. So we are live right now on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. That's a YouTube channel. We do this every week where we bring you a new young coder, and the young coder and me together, we try a different Python for Kids activity. This is a new series that we've started for all the kids who are especially in the middle school and high school and who want to learn Python, which is a wonderful programming language, uh, really, really easy to learn. And it's also something which has a lot of different applications. You can do so much stuff with Python. You can use it to make basic applications as well as business applications. You can use it to make websites. You can use it for data science projects, artificial intelligence. So it's one of the most widely used programming languages in the world today. Really, really exciting skill to have in case you are a young learner in school. So do write into us with your projects. Do share your projects with us through all these different ways. You can write to us, or you can reach out to us through any of these methods, through our website, our Facebook page, our Twitter handle. So, Joy, tell us how was the experience being on the show for the first time?
Sir, the experience was very nice, and I also experienced for the first time going live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So this was the best experience ever.
Wonderful. It was amazing. I really like the clarity and the calmness with which you took everyone through your project. It was really very structured and uh, you were very comfortable. The pace was very nice. In fact, I think saw a comment from someone who mentioned that there's this comment from Himmat Jetli who said he's downloaded Tony and installed GUI Zero also. Thank you for guiding step by step. So you helped him download everything, and it was very well structured. Good job there. And there are some wonderful comments from some other people, Ritu Dua and someone else as well. People wishing you good luck. People wishing you good. It was amazing. Good job, Joy. I think everyone was very
Thank you.
happy to see you, and I really like the way the confidence with which you were able to show run through the activity. It makes it very easy for someone who's watching it and follow along.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's it from our side today, and we're going to be meeting all of you guys next week in another episode of the Python for Kids series. We're going to be meeting all of you with a new activity and with a new young coder. Until then, take care. Bye, Joy.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, sir.